as heck today. All right, there we are. Very good. Let's see. Joke. I don't know if I have anything tagged myself, but I know Miss Steph is already at it. Oh, well, yeah, there's this. Another Virginia Democratic operative arrested on child sex crimes for distributing, wow, videos of child rape.
A 9-page affidavit. The feds say it spells out a conversation 30-year-old Democratic staffer Randon Alexander Sprinkle had with an undercover FBI agent
Sprinkle?
on May 22nd, adding Sprinkle popped up under
His name is Randy Sprinkle?
Name Randy on the Jacked app and asked the agent to take it to Telegram, where he allegedly typed mostly into young, rape, incest, you, followed by a conversation you'll just have to read for yourself in the charging documents posted on WTVR.com. Here's our legal expert, Ed Riley.
Additional interactions, online interactions that they were able to trace back to that individual, and it's the FBI. They're sophisticated. They are able to do reverse tracking to determine whose IP address it is and those types of things.
And who it came back to is sending shockwaves through political.
Sorry, frozen. Is he popping chats open? Does this?
Ranks in Richmond and beyond. City Council Vice President Catherine Jordan tells me he served in a professional capacity as my 2024 campaign treasurer, which involved filing my campaign forms and assisting with campaign events and follow-up financial reporting. What has been alleged is disgusting and abhorrent. I'm shocked and sickened. First District Council member Andrew Breton also used his services. He says, quote, our campaign paid him to compile and file our finance reports and to assist with event logics. The allegation
logistics, but whatever.
Allegations are shocking and disturbing. I am grateful that law enforcement is involved and that justice is taking its course. Congresswoman Jennifer McClellan also posed with Sprinkle in several photos he posted on X. Her spokesman, Jared Leopold, tells me Congresswoman McClellan is shocked by these appalling accusations, which should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Sprinkle, once a leader in the Young Democrats of Virginia and a financial director for the party, has ties to many Virginia Democratic candidates. Seen in a photo with Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger. I reached out to her press
CIA Spanberger
reps, but they haven't responded.
hanging out with pedos. Oh, look at that. How cute. Oh my God, I don't even know what's going on here, but this is Brett Baer of Fox News.
Let's get him, Ray.
Doing a white person dance.
I said a hip hop, a hip hip, a hop. You don't stop. We're rocking to the bang bang boogie. So up jump the boogie.
Oh, Brett. Dang, Brett. Bizarre ass Christmas party is this?
I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but I like hot butter.
This must have been after the cocaine came out.
Breakfast toast, rock it out. Baby bubba to the boogie, bang bang, the boogie to the beat.
Oh gosh. Oh, what was that? Oh yeah, they had the Target lady come out. That was nice.
Jeannie, what did Charlie Kirk's life mean to you?
It meant that I can stand for freedom. I get it.
Oh, she's not media trained.
In a way, I stand for my rights, and that's why I watched him and
To lift the mic up.
and everything, because I love the way he
That
stood
was adorable.
up and stood for God, and I love the way he talked to the students, and you know you can think for yourself. But God's the one that has to go with you, you know. So that's like everybody else. She just loved him.
And what message do you have for everybody who donated across America? I think you're well over $250,000 were donated. What message do you have for your supporters?
Thank you. I'm so, I don't have the words except for thank you. You know, I love you guys all. And I hope you're, and another one, I hope that I come across that we be nice to each other.
Aw.
You know, and I think Charlie wanted that too.
What a sweetheart. What is this? I remember tagging this one, but let's see. Oh, AFP confirms Australia is set to follow in the footsteps of the UK, stating that individuals who use hate speech can now expect to knock on the door from the cops. It even states that hate speech doesn't meet the threshold of doesn't meet the threshold of terrorism. Well, duh. So this has nothing to do with terrorists or the attack at Bondi. Instead, they are determined to go after everyday Australians who might have an opinion that they don't like.
Essentially, the National Security Investigations teams are a flying squad of hate disruptors who focus on
Oh my God, could that be any more cringe and gay?
harm, high impact, politically motivated violence, communal violence, and hate crimes that don't meet the threshold for terrorism investigations, but that we know drive fear and division. This is all about stopping hate and division earlier and well before it leads to violence. So far, this crack squad has charged 14 individuals across 13 investigations, and of those, 4 individuals across 4 operations were charged for offences relating to anti-Semitism. The teams were responsible for a recent week-long national blitz on the distribution and display of prohibited symbols, and for charging a passenger who only this week allegedly threatened violence toward a member of the Jewish community on a flight from Bali to Sydney. The announcement today to boost the numbers of our hate disruptors, as well as planned changes
Hate disruptors.
to lower the threshold for hate speech, will make it easier for the AFP to take action quicker. It could be the difference between us just knocking on a door to warn an individual to an individual being placed in handcuffs.
My God. All right. I think that's into yesterday's business. Yes. All right. Back up we go. Back up we go. We did Virginia child sex loser. JD Vance on what? I don't know. Let's see.
We believe in honoring your father and mother rather than shipping all of their money off to Ukraine.
I don't think I meant to tag that. It's like such a random statement. All right. Eric Swalwell and his run for governor. What is going on here? Huh? What? I don't want to get it like hit with stupid copyright crap. But dear God, what is happening here? There appears to be a small black child behind him. Is the small black child going to start rapping? Oh my gosh. Of course, that's what happened. Where did you find the small black child, Eric? Not happy. Turn around and get back on the plane or boat. Let's see. Who dis? New arrival. Unhappy that there's no house for him. Looks like a perfectly good house to me.
Who's talking to? Who is talking to? Give me here. What I show you, what I have. This one, you just put me in jail, my friend. I don't want to stay in your country, motherfucker. What is this? Fucking this, what is this, motherfucker?
I don't care about that.
I will show you. If it was not this one, okay, I will fuck away from here. You just give me this one.
Yes, you fuck away from here. Yes, that's precisely what you should do. Fuck away from here.
There is no room for me.
Yes, there is no room for you. You have to go.
There is no house for me. Huh? There is no nothing for me. My friend,
I'm not getting
Can you tell me? This is your fucking country is like this, motherfucker.
I know.
Like this, my friend.
Oh, he rates the country a thumbs down.
I think it's shit. I think it's shit.
Google review, 0 stars.
I said, fuck your country, motherfucker.
I think it's shit as well.
You will get your room. You understand? Go, fuck your country, my friend. Fuck your country. Yeah, fuck your country, my friend.
Fuck my country.
Fuck your country. I say, fuck your country.
All right.
Fuck your country.
Did he just kick his own house?
Shut up. Fuck England. Fuck England, I say. Fuck England. Yeah. Go to Germany. Go to Switzerland. Go to France. If you have this one, you will work. You will work everywhere. This is fucking jail, this life. You understand me? This one. Man, you just give me this one to stay here. You understand?
Yeah.
No, I don't understand, actually. I can't understand a fucking thing you're saying.
There is no job. There is no room.
No job. No.
There is no life.
No.
Fuck your country. Just 1 month, 2 days ago, I come from France.
2 days ago?
2 days ago, I show you.
So you come here from France 2 days ago?
No. Look, I was going on holiday. 14th of December, I come back.
Yeah.
Oh, he came back.
My friend, they have this one, they are working.
He go different, but this one working?
They have room.
Why are you not working?
No have room? Yes, no have room. No have room.
Because your country is like this. There is no right here. No human
Yes, no right here.
right.
No right. No right either. Yes, no right. No rights. No rights for you.
Are you using people? You are giving this one? You are giving people this one? Good for you, very bad for us.
Would you like a hot
Yes, correct. Very bad for you. Goodbye. Go home.
drink?
You not see this one? I can buy for myself.
Can I go and get a hot chocolate for you?
I can
You cannot buy. You can go home.
buy for myself, my friend. If you can do something just to take our life because we have lived to remain
I'll do
in your
this.
country.
I'll do this.
You understand?
Yeah.
We have
No, I don't. I still don't understand.
this one. Why you give me this one? Why? What I need is job. What I need is work. Why, yo, take your food, my friend.
Why are you shouting at her?
These people are being nice
We should import the entire continent.
to you, though.
We should import them all. Just bring them all over.
I believe in people like this.
No, but you're safe because you're here. These
There's no problem.
people are trying to look
Just bring them all over.
after you, though. We're trying to be nice to you.
Fuck away, my friend.
We're
We'll
trying
put them all in Springfield, Ohio.
to be nice to you.
Hey, yo, get the fuck away.
All right, mate. See you later. Yeah.
Fool. Fuck
Don't spit at me like that. Don't spit at me like that. It's
He's a
not,
spitter, too.
that's not nice.
my friend.
That's not nice.
Fuck like this,
Don't
I
spit at
say.
me like that.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
I say your country.
Wow. That was quite a video. Okay, pardon me, excuse me. China tells Britain that they are not competitors because the UK is too weak.
Are you a competitor? Are you an ally? Are you a threat? How would you regard your relationship with Britain?
First of all, between China and Britain, from the Chinese perspective, Britain is not a rival, is not a competitor, it is not an enemy, is not an adversary. Britain is just an important country to get along with in peace and in friendship and for mutual benefit. Now, how Britain looks at China, it's up to the British government and people to decide. But I think it will be completely misguided for Britain to view China
Completely misguided.
as an
I'm
enemy
sorry. What the heck?
or adversary or a competitor. What do China and Britain compete with? China is the largest manufacturer of automobiles. Competing with Britain? No. China is the largest
They are like real pieces of work, man.
exporter of
They
EVs.
just
cars and will lead the whole world in EV production.
This is how bad it's getting in Europe. They're becoming so pathetic that China will just walk all over them on their own news networks.
Is Britain a competitor? No. China will be the biggest and most important producer and R&D in terms of semiconductor in no time. Does that mean that China competes with Britain? No. China will be the leading nation in AI revolution. Is Britain a competitor? No. So I think British government
wow.
should not overestimate its impact on the global scene and view Britain as a rival of China. China is not. China is a fact. China is a megatrend for Britain to live with and get along with. Let's make peace rather than agitating for war.
Wow. They are getting ballsy, man. Concerning. As funny as it was, it's actually legitimately concerning. Okay, on to Miss Steph's pile here. Oh, what's going on my activity monitor? Come here. Okay. Doobie doobie doop doop. Oh, still going. Oh. Oh, gold. There we are. Right. First up. Oh, something new from Catherine Herridge yesterday. Pardon me. Straight to the point, justice in 2026. Will anyone go to prison? Very good question. Yes.
This week, we bring in a veteran from the Justice Department to break down the biggest legal scandals of 2025 and whether we can expect federal criminal charges next year. We sat down with Jim Trusty, who is chief of the Justice Department's Organized Crime Section.
Who?
We dive deep into the documents. New developments in the controversy.
What's his name? They don't list his name here. All right. Well, we'll see here in a second.
Controversial FBI probe codenamed Arctic Frost. Former President Obama's potential legal exposure. Former President Biden's auto pen controversy. And the fate of the former FBI Director James Comey. So let's get straight to the point. Let's start with the Comey prosecution. This indictment for lying to Congress has been dismissed. Is there a path forward for the Justice Department?
Yeah, it's a big maybe. How about starting off with great certainty, right? But when you bring Lindsay Halligan into the case so late in the game, and again, the practical problem is that you literally were indicting days before the statute of limitations runs, and therefore, even if a case is dismissed on a technicality that you could normally fix by going back to the grand jury, you didn't have that option cleanly here. And I think, if you're going to revive the Comey case, you're still going to have a...
Let's skip around a little bit here. Assuming there's anything interesting to check out. Charges for Arctic Frost.
Happened here. What potential charges could they be looking at with Arctic Frost?
Yeah, great question. I mean, there's kind of two angles. There may be some sort of angle on the civil rights side that I haven't really thought through. There could be some sort of deprivation of civil rights that you could play with. On the traditional criminal side, I would think that, you're looking at whether there's something that could again, broadly fall into the category of obstruction. But it's just hard to assign a particular intent for a federal offense yet without knowing more than just he wanted these.
The auto pen scandal. Is it really a scandal?
I think it ends, yes. I mean, but I think in some ways it's a healthy reminder that, we had a president that by all accounts, publicly seemed to be pretty hobbled.
I can't even hear a single thing they're saying. So sinks getting used, so the pipes in the walls are just... Yep. Your fucking thing. Alright. Well, anyway. I'm sure it's an interesting interview. Hear it. President Trump will be making a major announcement with War Secretary Pete Hegseth and Navy Secretary Phelan today at 4:30. Hegseth and Navy Secretary Phelan. I'm betting all of the wackos in the news will yet again take this immediately as an indication that we're going to war with Venezuela. As to whether that's what this will be, I don't know. There's a couple other things it might be. One in particular. We'll see. President Trump scheduled for today, Monday, December 22nd. Daily intel briefing at 3:30. Receiving it in Palm Beach. And then 4:30 p.m. announcement with military leadership, also in Palm Beach. Also expected to be attended by Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Okay. DHS triples its exit bonus for undocumented migrants who self-deport from the U.S. from $1,000 to $3,000 if they leave by December 31st, 2025. Man, is jacking it up the way to go, though? Like, isn't that just going to teach them, like, if you hold out for longer, we'll pay you more? What are they going to think next? Like, well, if they'll pay me $3,000, I'll just stay longer, and maybe next they'll pay me $10,000. Assistant AG Harmy Dillon launching an investigation into the termination of a beloved PA school bus driver simply because she asked students to speak English. Oh, how dare she?
I do care.
Hate crime. Literal hate crime.
I care about a lot.
Caring is exactly what Diane Crawford says led her to serve the Juniata County School District and subcontract with Rohrer Bus.
I don't know what else to do. I get Medicare and Medicaid now and SNAP. I had to go on antidepressants because of this.
Crawford says her contract with Rohrer Bus came to a halt on February 1st after she put up this sign which read, "Out of respect to English-only students, there will be no speaking Spanish on this bus."
I didn't mean to be racially insensitive or anything like that.
Crawford claims she never got to explain that the sign was put up to encourage safe and respectful behaviors and was directed
Sorry, freaking thing. Always freezing, dude.
At a bilingual student who allegedly had a history of riling up other students.
I didn't know if he was bullying.
Missed it. I was typing in chat, so.
Somebody, telling them to do something they shouldn't do. How do you keep control of your bus if you have no control?
Yep. So, oh, darn it. Lost my spot there. So Harmy Dillon's looking into that, huh? That's good. Sorry, we gotta scroll again. There we are. Yes, Harmy Dillon launching an investigation. That's good. Very good. Federal judge will hear arguments on whether Kilmar Abrigo Garcia should be returned to immigration custody.
Happening
more of this again.
Today, a federal judge will hear arguments on whether Kilmar Abrigo Garcia should return to immigration custody after being free.
Oh, he will.
He
will, and he will leave. He will leave the country.
Just over a week, Garcia was in ICE custody.
Only a matter of time. Retired NYPD Inspector Paul D. Morrow says a Brown University janitor alerted campus police about a potential intruder before the attack. Wow.
Apparently, a janitor named Derek, who worked as a janitor at Brown University, had
So what, did the cops do nothing?
previously, that is before the shooting, according to him, alerted the Brown University police that there was an intruder that had been lurking around the building, but yet nothing was done. We also learned that there were a number of electronic devices discovered in the storage unit that he had, and a number of other things, perhaps thumb drives that he had, all of which point to the idea that this was some elaborate plot. He did a lot of casing, a lot of pre-planning, a lot of recon, but in retrospect, none of it seems to make sense, and I just hope that the authorities come out soon with some sort of a backgrounder so that we can all try to understand this thing. Apparently,
Japan to restart the world's biggest nuclear power plant 15 years after Fukushima. Oh, the Hashiwazaki Kariwa plant. Never heard of it. Whoa. A Russian general killed after detonation of a device under his car in Moscow. Ukraine. Crap, I swear. Come on. A single freaking clip to do it. Thank you. It's the aftermath. Wow. President Trump making, yes, major announcement this afternoon at 4:30. Don Phelan and Pete Hegseth. And Marco Rubio, possibly. Wow. Silver hits a new record high of $68 per ounce. Up 135% this year. Excuse me. Platinum rises to $2,054 per ounce, highest in 17 years. Gold, 1 year ago at 2607, now sitting at 4,382 as of last night. Wow. What are we at now? How are we looking? So, oh my goodness gracious, there we go. Off to the races again. Look at that. Popped up again this morning. About silver. How about Bitcoin? Oh, still hovering under 90. Ah. Yep. Interesting. Federal Reserve to pump $6.8 billion into the market this week, making a total of $38 billion over the last 10 days. Trump, I don't know when he posted this, last night. I'm pleased to announce that I'm appointing the great governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry, as United States Special Envoy to Greenland. Jeff understands how essential Greenland is to our national security and will strongly advance our country's interests for the safety, security, and survival of our allies and indeed the world. CNN staffers reportedly loathing a potential takeover. But don't expect the Ellisons to kill the news agency? What? Like Larry Ellison? Yeah, Larry and David Ellison. Word inside CNN is that staffers are thrilled that their parent, Warner Brothers Discovery, agreed to merge with Netflix instead of Paramount Skydance. The deal didn't include CNN, I thought. Yeah. The cable channel, which still generates cash, will be spun off as part of a public company answering to public shareholders. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Not fun, given the debt on its balance sheet and demands to show a profit. Yeah. Okay, even worse, Wall Street execs say the network will ultimately be spun out of that spinout and sold, likely to, of course, a rapacious private equity firm that sees news as a nuisance, opting to slash and burn to generate ever bigger profits and, yeah, sell off whatever assets they've got. Consider for a moment what the Ellisons are offering. Unlike Netflix, they're buying not just the streaming and studio business, but the cable properties as well. People who work for the father and son duo say they want to grow cable as part of a global integrated media empire that sells both CNN and CBS in cable packages. Good luck with that. Weird times. All right. Pretty penny. The last U.S. cents sell for $16.7 million. Yep. The Omega pennies. What? They did some of them as... Interesting. Some of them is circulating copper and then some is gold. Good move. Cool.
It turns out a penny is actually worth close to $17 million.
$17 million.
Yes. But these are special, nearly extinct pennies, so not just the random one you see on the ground.
Yes.
The last circulating pennies sold at auction last week for a total of just over...
So the very last coin struck in gold.
$16.7 million. That's a lot of pennies. Can you imagine? The auction house sold off 232 sets of 3 pennies each. The sets include coins from each of the United States Mint facilities in Denver and Philadelphia. The most expensive set sold for $800,000, breaking a record. Also included in the sale, a 99.99% 24-karat gold penny, also minted in Philly.
I'm so glad that we followed up on this, because when we...
It's pretty neat. Okay, each trio of coins sold for an average lot value of over $72,000. Final set, number 232, sold for $800K, which included the gold Omega pennies. Or I guess there was one, just one. Philadelphia. Probably a pretty smart buy, gotta say. If I'd had a spare $800K, probably would have thought about it. Another Virginia Democratic operative. Oh, yeah, we played that. New Jersey police chief charged with kidnapping and assaulting a woman at Boston hotel. Oh, boy. See. Recounts a domestic assault and battery. Assaulted a woman overnight on September 14th. Oops. One's in doo-doo. Okay, 2 men spotted holding on for dear life at the peak of a 130-foot drop after a roller coaster malfunctioned in Texas. Dear God. The pair was suspended at a terrifying 90-degree angle facing straight toward the ground. Frantic relative called 911 as the riders hung there for nearly 1 hour before they were brought safely down. Wow. Yep. That would suck. Could be worse. Yes, could be upside down. U.S. intercepts a 3rd oil tanker as tensions with Venezuela escalate. So, oh boy, they're really going to be chomping at the bit for that announcement this afternoon. They're really going to be hitting at this Venezuela thing. I guarantee you they're going to run with that. They're going to assume it's announcing war.
A U.S. official says this 3rd oil tanker is on the U.S. sanctions list, adding it's flying a false flag.
It's getting really old.
It is under a judicial seizure.
Really freaking old, dude.
Order. It's unclear at.
I'm going to start testing other browsers and see if they do this bullshit. Noxious.
This time, if the vessel has been boarded, but it comes after the U.S. Coast Guard, with the help of the Department of War, seized a 2nd oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela over the weekend.
I did see that this is another ship that was basically operating in the black market, and so there's been a little bit of black market activity in the oil sector to go to sanctioned countries and to get them some oil, and they're getting that oil in order to avoid, the reforms that we think would make countries a better place. And so it's not a lot of oil compared to world supply, and so I don't think that people need to be worried here in the U.S. that the prices are going to go up because of these seizures of these ships.
Yeah.
Not all Republicans are on board seizing these vessels, but others, like Senator Lindsey Graham, are backing the president.
If you're an American and you want Maduro to stay in power, man, have you lost your way. President
Graham, man, oh my goodness.
Trump promised to secure our nation from
guy smells war and he's got a boner.
the scourge
he's ready to go.
Of narco drug trafficking. The kingpin in our backyard is Maduro in Venezuela. They're poisoning America.
The seizures and the sanctions are meant to squeeze Venezuela's economic crown jewel, which is its oil sector. But it will have an effect on Cuba, too, which relies on Venezuela for oil. Now, the Wall Street Journal reports the country's communist government is doing what it can to keep Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in power, seeing agents from Cuba's vaunted intelligence service remain in Venezuela, where they have worked to purge disloyal military officers and government officials.
All right. Oh, dramatic video captures an accused shoplifter allegedly pulling a gun. Oh, yeah, the kid with the... Yeah, this is nuts.
Police say an alleged shoplifter tried to shoot an officer at a Walmart in Ohio, but the gun failed to go off. And we warn you, some may find this video disturbing. Body camera footage shows the man being held by security after allegedly stealing something. Suddenly, he grabs a gun and points it at the officer, but a clicking noise is heard. A Walmart employee tackles him, trying to grab the weapon as the officer punches the man, wrestling him to the ground. Police say the gun was loaded. Authorities identified the suspect as 21-year-old
God, man.
Shane Newman, who has spent time in prison before on drug charges. Newman is facing several charges in this incident, including attempted murder. Walmart said the company is proud of that
Appeared to malfunction more than once.
employee who took action.
Absolutely insane. God. The rise of deepfake cyberbullying poses a growing problem for schools. Students using AI to transform innocent images of classmates into sexually explicit deepfakes, and then using them to, like, blackmail them. Wow. It's sick. Okay, what? DOJ getting hit with a community note. Epstein Files Transparency Act required full release of unclassified DOJ Epstein records by December 19th. DOJ released a partial, heavily redacted set, with more planned, drawing bipartisan criticism for non-compliance and over-redaction. Oh, yeah. It was heavy. Heavy-handed. Illegal alien truck driver who caused a fatal accident in Washington, released from custody, and police are just ignoring the case, basically. Wow.
Truck driver from India has been released.
Oh, every damn time, huh?
Released from custody
From freaking India. He's a Pajit.
after being accused of causing a deadly chain reaction crash earlier this month.
Okay. Can we send all the Patels back, please? Everyone?
In Washington State. He spent just 1 day in jail before posting $100,000 in bond. But when police didn't follow up with a case for prosecutors to present in court, that bond was returned. The suspect entered the U.S. illegally under the Biden administration and obtained a commercial driver's license in California. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem will join us next hour.
Goodness gracious. Had 100K to plunk down, I guess. Has anything in the Epstein files been redacted on the basis of embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity?
The Epstein Files Transparency Act prohibits redactions, quote, on the basis of embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity. Has anything been redacted on that basis?
Absolutely, positively not. And that's another trend that is just simply false. There were a number of photographs that were pulled down after being released on Friday. That's because a judge in New York has ordered us to listen to any victim or victim rights group if they have any concerns about the material that we're putting up. And so when we hear concerns, whether it's photographs of women that we do not believe are victims or we didn't have information to show that they were victims, but we learned that there are concerns, of course we're taking that photograph down and we're going to address it. If we need to redact faces or other information, we will, and then we'll put it back up. So we are in every way, shape, and form complying with this statute, which, by the way, is what President Trump has been asking us to do since before he was elected. There is nothing that he has to hide in the Epstein files. There never was. And even though there's repeated attempts by Democrats to paint him as being part of the Epstein saga, it's failing over and over again. And so you should not be surprised that the material that we released on Friday or the material that we're going to release over the next couple of weeks is exactly what the statute requires us to release, which is everything that we have from this case, with the exception of redacting personal information from victims and other statutes, privileges and things like that. Otherwise, everything's getting produced.
Well, all right.
You were referencing the 15 files released Friday. They disappeared from DOJ's website yesterday, including this photo of what looks like a desk with a drawer open containing photos of Donald Trump. Just to be very clear, to put a fine point on it, why were these files taken down? You're saying it was at the direction of a judge?
Well, you can see in that photo, there's photographs of women. And so we learned after releasing that photograph that there were concerns about those women and the fact that we had put that photo up. So we pulled that photo down. It has nothing to do with President Trump. There are dozens of photos of President Trump already released to the public seeing him with Mr. Epstein. He has said that in the 90s and early 2000s, he socialized with him. So the absurdity of us pulling down a photo, a single photo, because President Trump was in it, is laughable. And the fact that everybody's trying
to
act like that's the case is a reflection of their true motivation. But the reality is anybody, any victim, any victim's lawyers, any victim rights group can reach out to us and say, hey, Department of Justice, there's a document, there's a photo, there's something within the Epstein files that identifies me, and we will then, of course, pull that off and investigate. To be clear, releasing the files is not what President Trump has ever had an issue with. When he calls this a hoax, he's talking about the fact that there's this narrative out there that the Department of Justice is somehow hiding or protecting information about him, which is completely false, as evidenced by the fact that the Epstein files existed for years and years and years, and you did not hear a peep out of a single Democrat for the past 4 years. And yet we're supposed to believe that, lo and behold, all of a sudden...
Okay, we're back. I guess. Sorry, lost power there. All right. No, everything's off. Great. Great. Okay. Now, where were we here? And it's now frozen on here. All right. AmericaFest. Why not?
Vice President Vance didn't officially acknowledge Erica Kirk's endorsement here at the Phoenix Convention Center, but he did insist that the MAGA movement
Fuck this shit.
remained
give up.
strong.
President Trump did not build the greatest coalition in politics by running his supporters through endless, self-defeating purity tests. He says, "Make America great again," because every American is invited. We don't care if you're white or black, rich or poor, young or old, rural or urban, controversial or a little bit boring, or somewhere in between. People of every faith come to our banner because they know that the America First movement will make their lives better.
There was buzz about a surprise guest. Turns out it was rapper Nicki Minaj walking out on stage here in Phoenix with Erica Kirk.
I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to.
And President Trump ended up connecting with AmericaFest guests here in Phoenix, Donald Trump Jr., on the phone with his dad.
He may not be here today, but I wanted to make sure he had a chance to say hi. Mr. President? Can you guys hear?
I want to be with you, but I'll be with you soon. And I just want to say that nobody did more for me than Charlie, and there's nobody.